Alright, hello everyone. Today we have ourselves the Corp Heathcliff ID as well as the Prince of Manchaland Meursault, which are both so far very cool IDs and look like a upgrade to some of the mechanics of their counterparts. Right, a Corp, you want to activate skill 1, skill 2 and then activate skill 3. Well, this character can actually overcharge himself, and when you overcharge yourself, you take less damage. You gain barrier based on your charge potency. You gain plus 10 charge count and 2 attack power up next turn. Yes, you gain 10 charge count. And then after that, you also gain aggro. When you get hit, you gain charge count and load next turn. If this unit is in panic, blah blah blah, you lose this effect. So you essentially turn yourself into an overcharge mode. You charge yourself up really strong. It summons your skill tree into your upcoming hand, which is really cool. And that allows you to basically activate Rip Space CCA Overdrive, which is a really cool combo. You activate this whenever you're less than 15, you get that 10 charge count, you can now activate your Rip Space CCA Overdrive, which is really damn cool. And when you Rip Space Overdrive, you also gain charge count. You consume up to 10 charge count to gain coin power for this coin, equal to the charge count consumed for this coin. So what this skill really wants is to actually eat 20 charge count instead of just 10, but it's totally okay to eat it at 10, because if you eat it at 10, you get 6, 12, 18, 24, 27. You get additional coin power over here up to 10, it seems. There's no cap. Consume up to 10 charge count to gain coin power equal to the charge count. So you can get additional 10 coin power over here. So what, 6, 12, 18, 24, 27, then over here you plus another 10, 37 in total. That's pretty damn good. You also deal slash damage equal to charge potency times 10% of this coin's final damage. Very cool character, right? The ability to summon your skill tree into your hand through your defense skill, that is very strong. It's also a clashable guard, which is very good for defensive purposes, and this character is really well built for defenses, right? The more charge potency you get is more defense level up. If you're less than 50% HP, you gain shield scaling of your charge potency. Before you get hit, you get shield equal to charge potency, blah blah. If you get charge count past the max charge count cap, you will deal more damage, right? So overall, this character is a very defensive character and also a very good offense in terms of that skill tree, and you can summon that offensive stance every time you go into defense mode. Defense mode is your tank mode. After you tank it, you get a lot of charge, you activate your skill tree, then you use your skill 1, skill 2 every now and then to just build up a little bit of extra charge count for yourself so that you can activate that defense into skill 3. In fact, once you get a certain amount of charge count, once other people are feeding you charge count, you can actually just keep going forever if you wanted to. You could just rip all day as much as you want, because this thing, right, will always deal 27 as long as you have 10 charge count, and your defense skill always gives you the overcharge effect, which gives you 10 charge count and 2 attack power up next turn. I didn't even calculate the attack power in the final calculation of this one. So you're always getting a buff and you're always getting 10 charge count. So as long as you're getting a little bit of charge somewhere, this character will go unga every single time. Very strong character actually. I really like him, and he's definitely going to be a core character for the charge team because of all the unga you can do, and also he scales pretty well with load, right? Load is from Otis, if you forgot. Otis buffs your characters based on their charge potency, and this character can eat a lot of charge count also, right? Yeah. So this is a very strong character, very strong charge potency character, and you can just go unga and bunga, and he's very tanky also. 287 HP, 58 defense level, and also he gets a bunch of shielding from his passive and his defense. Very cool character. I love him a lot, right? Really cool character. And also the gloves, oh, sick animations also, right? After that, we have Prince of Manchaland. The theme of this banner is literally tankiness, right? Because this character is also a core unit for the Blood Fiends, and he provides an insane amount of tankiness, and he is the missing link between Meursault and a bleeding ID. We only had Rhino Meursault until this time, and at last we finally have the third kindred, the Prince of Manchaland. Also pretty lore accurate, because if you look at the responsibility of a former prince, if Manchaland Rodion is on the field, both of them will deal additional damage with their skill tree. Wow, okay, the two family members fighting with each other is very cool. And this character essentially wants to activate for the Manchaland identities with maximum heart blood armor stacks. They gain focus performance. Focus performance buffs their final power and deals more damage per stack. After attacking with skill 3 or at turn start, if the unit does not have Hard Blood armor, they lose 1 stack. So after you give them the focus performance, you want to maintain the Hard Blood on them as much as possible. As long as you maintain their stacks on them, they basically get this permanently, which is really damn cool. And this character is just supporting the team with Hard Blood. Hard Blood makes them heal. They heal more. Alright, so it's literally protecting them, healing them, and also nerfing them and also buffing them. Nerfing the enemies and buffing your allies. Right? It's like every single thing that Meursault could do, Meursault is doing. Literally everything. Right? When staggered due to damage, you also recover and you eat all of the hard blood on yourself. And yeah, the other part is the bloodied the mask and as the blood commands. If you have hard blood, you are tankier, you do more offense level, you have more haste, which lets you clash more. If you have focus performance, you now inflict 1 La Mancha Parade, which makes enemies take more damage, and if they're from a La Mancha land, they take 20% damage regardless of the skill's affinity. And at maximum stacks of this on them, they deal 20% less damage against you. So it's buffing yourself, nerfing the enemy. Like, holy shit. This character is actually insane. Lose 1 stack either after this unit's skill hits and ends, or after the skill that attacked this unit hits and ends. There's a maximum of 4 stacks, and you can apply this La Mancha Parade 2 times per turn, including the ego. Yes, including the ego, okay? And if you hit someone with bleed and you are less than 30% HP, you heal 30% HP. On top of the fact that you don't die 1 time, because you don't get staggered 1 time, right? So this plus that, plus the armor itself giving you natural healing, and your skills also giving you a massive amount of heal. You heal 40% of the HP damage dealt, or you heal 50% of the HP damage dealt up to 100. This character is very tanky, very thick, and you get additional healing off of this. So yeah, this character is quite insane. Right? What about the skills, Mumu? The defense is coagulation, which is a clashable counter. You can basically do the bleeding mechanic thing where you just bleed your friends, and then after that you reduce their bleed count, and then after that you gain hard blood armor when you clash with this. So this is how you can build up some stacks if you want to. You don't really need to do this. This is mostly if you want to get lust, right? Your skill 1 is basically a core skill for you. You just want to use this to consume up to 10 blood feast and apply 1 hard blood armor for every 5 blood feast you consume. This one is actually the same scaling. It's consuming 10 blood feast, consuming 10 blood feast. All of them are basically the same. But this one is lowest max HP, while this one is highest max HP. So that's the difference between the two of them. So depending on which one you want to target, you will go and do this, right? And then after that, this one is just okay, this one is just okay. But this notably has Lust Fragility next turn. Oh my god, Meursault, what do you not have at this point? Literally, what do you not have at this point? You have buffs, debuffs, healing, damage reduction. Like, what the hell do you want, really, on this character? And then skill 3, oh my god, humongous healing over here. Notably, this skill over here gets coin power +1. But this part over here does not get coin power. It gets clash power instead. So do note about that, right? The coin power +1 over here is 5, 10, 15, 20, 24 in total. You deal 40% extra damage for every 2 bleed count on targets. Okay, it scales off bleed count instead of bleed potency. And you apply hard blood to yourself. If it was lust resonance, you apply hard blood again to the allies. If the target was defeated, you increase your blood feast. Every blood fiend has this, right? And then it's blah 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 blah. This one you don't really care about. It inflicts 1 La Mancha Parade and another one next turn. And then if we look at the enhanced version over here, you inflict 2 over here, and if you are at 2 focus performance, you also inflict 2 to one of the targets. Yes, so what happens is that this one gets attack weight of 3, this one is attack weight of 1, right? This does not gain coin power, instead it deals more damage for the bleed count as per usual, and it gives more scaling for other stuff over here. Like you apply 2 hard blood armor to highest resonance other allies, maximum of 4 allies. If it was lust resonance, you apply 3 instead. Right? You apply 3, if you kill someone, you get blood feast, and then over here, if you can also gain a 1 hard blood armor next turn for every target staggered, part broken, or defeated, and you also apply a bunch of the La Manchaland Parade stacks, right? Those stacks are going to be really important, because if you could theoretically keep applying them and maintaining that debuff, because they only lose 1 stack after this unit's skill hits and ends, or after the skill that attacked this unit hits and ends. So they lose 1 stack per hit, which means that if you just reapply it, you can theoretically maintain this very well with just Meursault because of his passive, applying that La Manchaland Parade over here. So this character is insane and a core character for the Blood Fiends, and this character is insane. It's not changing. Okay, this character is insane for the charge team. Alright, so both of them are really, really damn good. Right, really, really insanely good. You basically replace multi-crack Office Fixer with the new one. You could put Telepole on it, but you don't really need anything else for this character, honestly. Right, you just put him, sorry, in the charge team, and you can actually use ADD, because when you get hit, you spend 1 charge count to heal 2.5% of your max HP, so you also have synergy here. At less than 40% HP, you gain 1 charge count before activating, so now you are willingly getting hit, you use ADD, and now you are giga tanky. Okay, you are giga tanky. For missing HP, you are getting hit with that overload mechanic. Alright, so you don't mind this at all. I love tanking characters, they're really fun. This is a very, very nice ego to pair with that character. And of course for Meursault, you just pair him with the Yearning Makala, because the Yearning Makala is very, very good for Rose Wedge shenanigans. Alright, if you don't know about the Rose Wedge shenanigans, you can technically plan out your turn so well that you could get a positive amount of bleed count with this ego. Right, this ego is really, really solid, and when this unit deals or takes bleeding damage, you heal HP, so more healing, and then when you activate a skill coin that inflicts bleed, if the target has Rose Wedge, you also inflict more bleeding against the target. So it's just synergy in every way you can think about it. Right, really, really well designed characters to match their egos, and the ego synergy is very clear here. Very, very strong characters for their respective team comps. Definitely a must get. Do you pull? No, because Walpurgis Knight is coming out after the Arknight's banner, so we definitely need to save up for that Walpurgis Knight. So you would just dispense these 2 characters over here. They will be dispensable later on, alright? They will unlock on the 30th, so you'll be able to get them later. So that will be the game plan for everyone here. If you want to go and pull them, sure, I won't blame you. These 2 characters are really, really damn good. Alright, really, really good, and they are very, very fun to play with. Especially Heathcliff, because Heathcliff, guard, shoot, immortal Heathcliff. Oh my god, it's so fun. Alright, so that's pretty much it for this banner over here, guys. Thanks for watching, and I shall see you guys next time. Bye-bye.